When I found that out, I was like, what in the hell? Hey, if you want to know how long you should last during sex and you want to last longer, stay tuned because what I'm going to do is share with you the latest studies on how long sex should last and the things you can do to make sure you can last as long as you want. And hey, this is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 21 years I've been the men's performance coach with African Fly, the liquid aphrodisiac, and we're always going to come up with some new information, give you the latest studies, and this one is important. So stay tuned because what I'm going to do is break down specifically the difference between orgasms and ejaculation, why sex takes so long to begin with, and it's sort of nasty, and how to last all night. And as a bonus, I'm going to let you know what foods you can eat to last longer, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And I'm going to give a quick shout out to Calvin Douglas and Ryan Wright for being down in the comments section and sharing your information. Hey, I appreciate you guys. And of course, we go live every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you save that time so you can get some information and you can ask your questions. And as always, if you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And what I'm going to do is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. All right, let's talk about the difference between orgasm and ejaculation because a lot of people think it's the same thing, but it's not. Orgasms happen in the brain and ejaculations happen in the urethra and the prostate. They're two different things, but they normally happen at the same time. In brain scans, here's the crazy thing, orgasms actually look like an epileptic fit. So all them crazy moves you're doing, yeah, there's a reason why. You can either have one or the other. Most of the pleasure comes from the orgasm itself. It's all in your head. There is no loss of an erection if you have an orgasm without ejaculating. Sometimes some guys have experienced it and they'll call it a dry heave. If you have experienced it and you want to experience it again, just remember what you did. Those are sort of rare. Most men don't even know that they can be multi-orgasmic. So if you're having orgasms without ejaculating, you can keep going. Interesting side note, this was let known to women years ago that they could have multiple orgasms. And for many women, it wasn't until they heard that they could have multiple orgasms that they started experiencing them. So for you fellas, this can help you if you want to be multi-orgasmic. Just find out more about it. So let's talk about how long sex should normally last. So there was a study done with 500 people from around the world, and they actually used a stopwatch. So, the people used the stopwatch themselves. So, it's not as romantic as it normally would be, but you're getting a general idea. So the most striking result was the fact that there was a huge difference in what people reported as far as their times. We're talking between 30 seconds and 44 minutes. That's a huge difference. And when it came down to it though, the middle ground for most people was about 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Condoms didn't seem to affect this equation, as well as whether or not the guy was circumcised or not. Now, let's talk about something that's a little bit, the question is, why does it take so long when it comes to having sex? Shouldn't it be just, as a guy, you go in, deposit your sperm, get out, that's it? Well, there's something else to it. It's basically all nature. We're talking about the reason for all that thrusting and the shape of your penis is actually to remove any of your competitors. In terms of if their sperm is in there trying to get to that egg, the thrusting actually moves their sperm out so yours can go in. How that works out in real life is sort of, ew, you going in right after him? Dude. So I know that was like, what the? Let me break it down some more. So it actually also explains why it becomes painful for a guy to keep thrusting after he's ejaculated. Otherwise, you're actually removing your own sperm from doing its duty and impregnating the woman. It's still pretty nasty though. I mean, really? All right, let's talk about your approach to this because when it comes down to time and how long you should last, it's really up to you. What feels good for you? It's supposed to be about pleasure, not about a stopwatch. Some people want it to last longer. Some people want it fast and aggressive. So what could be normal to one person could be rather strange to another person. So it's very important that you actually have this conversation about it, and it can change over time. So communications, make sure you're having it. All right, let's talk about the rest and control technique. And this is a technique you can use so that you can last all night. First of all, lasting as long as you want to should Once again, it should be pleasurable. You shouldn't get to a point where it's just painful, you're out of breath, you're feeling tired. That's not sexy. So with the rest and control technique, you actually pull out before you get near ejaculation. That just allows you to take a second, sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, maybe just take a minute or two, and then you go back for it. That allows your body to catch back up, you catch your breath, and you can last much longer. Of course, during this time when you're taking that break, you don't want to add anything other than water to the mix. Otherwise, you're turning on your digestive system and your erections won't be as strong. And of course, there is a good reason why you should let her know what you're doing and why. Otherwise, she's just going to be confused as to why you keep pulling out all of us. What's going on? I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and break down some of the foods that you can eat to help you last longer. And of course, at the top of the list is nature's Viagra, watermelon. Now, when you're eating a watermelon, you actually want to make sure you're getting that white, fleshy part of the rind that has a lot of the L-citrulline that you need for more blood flow. And we've talked about it before, sea moss. Sea moss has 90% of the nutrients that your body needs, so make sure you have sea moss added into your daily diet. Arugula and spinach, they're just good all around. We're talking about the extra nitrates that are going to help with blood flow. And beet juice helps to lower estrogen, and it also gives a good 18% boost in your performance. And of course, we can't forget about African fly. Yes, it will help with the process also. Mixing beet juice and African fly is a great start to any evening. Try it out yourself. So in conclusion, there is no loss of erection if you have an orgasm and don't ejaculate. The rest and control technique allows you to take a break so that you can last as long as possible. Sex overall should be pleasurable, so it's not about the time, it's not about the stopwatch, it's about what you make of it. And the foods that you can eat that can help out greatly include watermelon, arugula, spinach, sea moss, ginseng, and African fly. Confession time, fellas. What is the longest that you have lasted? And can you do that again? Let us know in the comment section below. And yeah, I think there's gonna be some tall tales down there. This should be fun. As always, if you like what you heard, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And as always, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live so I can answer your questions. So make sure you tune in. And this is Uncle B saying, get your game up and go hard. Peace out.